You know, I might be moving to Texas. Ha! Just kidding. I'd like to stay in a state that only has routine shortages and outages every time the weather gets 110 degrees. You know, that's where I like to live, which is California. Our winter is your summer, you know. Our summer is like your winter, ladies and gentlemen. You in the Texas area and also in the Midwest might be experiencing some outages as a consequence of your dog shit infrastructure. Well, don't you worry about a thing, brother. We have dog shit infrastructure as well. Now, what that means is what happens in California is we get outages in the middle of the summer at a time when everybody needs to have their ACs on. Otherwise, it's absolutely impossible to survive. Who would have thought that another natural resource dense state like California in the Southwest would also have dog shit infrastructure and a lot of problems similar to the great state of Texas? Anyway, today, honestly, there isn't a lot of news going on. I'm not gonna lie. I was searching for some news, but like most of the stuff is still from the impeachment stuff that happened last week. And then on top of that, we got, you know, obviously storm watching. So Grand Theft Auto RP will be coming. No, I'm not skipping the news. There's still some stuff to talk about, clearly. Like, what are you, crazy? Chat. Can chat not bully us Texas frogs today? White people sad? No, I'm gonna make fun of Texas a little bit. I'm gonna make fun of conservatives as I do every single day. Now, a lot of people think that like everyone in Texas is automatically a conservative that wants to secede from the union because they want to preserve slavery or something. That's not the case. Okay, there's like the gigantic state. When you dunk on fucking Texas, you're basically dunking on the poor people in Texas. A lot of those poor people happen to be leftists or Democrats in general, but more so than that, more significantly than that, they are the black and brown people living in Texas that are getting shafted, as black and brown people and poor people in general are the ones who get shafted in every single situation. So whenever people say like, oh, fuck Texas, like, aren't you guys all fucking racist, so you deserve it? Like, well, you're being a fucking idiot. First of all, even racist people don't deserve not being able to get healthcare and shit. You know, that's not how universal programs work. And secondly, even from a virtue that you care about, like someone being black or brown and not shitting on them, well, then you're shitting on a lot of people of color. Anyway,
everyone in the Midwest is getting rolling back out.
What is happening in Texas? I'm a little bit out of the loop. So the great state of Texas decided, we'll get to that in a second. Hold on. Let me just let me go through. There isn't really that much more in personal news to talk about, so I'm just gonna fucking you know what? I'm just gonna send it, dude. I'm just gonna freaking send it, dude. All right, it's time. We're gonna tweet out that daycare is now open. Daycare is open. We are live.
Cutie.
And talking about the great state of Texas and how the Chinese communists have taken over their power grid by implementing renewable energy. Get in now, boys. www.twitch.tv/
oh shit, here we go again.
HasanAbi. Now I've already tweeted about this morning, and when you think about how stupid Republicans can get, when you think about how stupid Republicans and conservatives in general are, right? When you try to understand, like when you stare into the darkness and the darkness stares back at you, And you think, like, how fucking concave are these motherfuckers' domes? Like, what's going on? Republicans find a way to show exactly how stupid they actually are. And this morning, I was on Twitter.
Okay, guys.
And of course, while I was on Twitter, I was trolling through the timeline looking for funny shit that's going on. And I found out that Tucker Carlson last night decided to talk about the situation in Texas. For those of you who don't know, there is like an ice storm, snowstorm happening in Texas, and their infrastructure is not capable of dealing with the problems there. So there has been widespread outages of electricity, heat, all sorts of things in the great state. And the reason for that is because, as I mentioned already, they are just not used to the extreme weather conditions that have never happened before.
Clean Boys for Life has
and of course, this extreme weather condition that never happened before, why does it happen? I don't know. Probably not climate change, probably a Chi-Com conspiracy, so don't worry about that. A lot of people don't have heat. A lot of people don't have electricity. All the problems that you see in any sort of natural disaster, any sort of crisis like this, Texas is experiencing currently. Poor people are getting shafted. Black and brown people are getting shafted. We're going to talk about liberals and their response to Texas and people being like, well, this is what happens when you don't blue sweaty, when you don't vote blue sweaty and all that sort of stuff in a little bit. But the reason why I said, you know, conservatives, how dumb can they get? And how this is an endless cycle of idiocy. And it's remarkable, honestly, like how stupid they can be, is because they have decided to toe the oil lobby, the fossil fuel industry's line, that actually what's happening currently is the fault of renewable energy. Apparently, it's wind turbines. That's the reason why Texas is experiencing outages. And people have unironically made this argument. And I just wanted to address that really quickly before we move on to anything, because that's just straight up fossil fuel industry propaganda in Texas right now.
That's the stream.
Like, people saying like, oh, well, we're experiencing outages because, you know, we're working too much on wind turbines, which is turning my which turned my son gay. And also is the reason why my wife is having sex with the pool boy. It's Antifa wind turbines. They stopped working because, you know, they froze. And what I find really incredible about that is like people unironically believe this because Tucker Carlson talked about it and shit. Famously, wind turbines are the sole power source in Texas. First of all, no, there are no wind turbines actually generate a lot of electricity for the state of Texas. The state of Texas, despite being known for its oil production and whatnot, still has a fuckload of wind turbines in comparison to most other states. The problem is, it's not the fault of the fucking wind turbines. It's the fault of the people who did not set up the wind turbines, specifically with antifreeze or with drones that can come in and fucking pump antifreeze onto the wind turbines, or with a separate generator that emits heat off of the wind turbines itself. And you don't need to know all of this stuff.
To see you're not wearing a beanie today.
You don't need to know all of this stuff. All you need to think with your fucking, you know, single digit IQ conservative brain is like, well, are there wind turbines in places that do actually experience a lot of freezing? And the answer is yes, of course. Okay? And conservatives can't even do that. They can't even piece the two context clues like, you know, wind turbines only exist in Texas and Arizona and other warm areas, warm climate. They don't exist anywhere, you know, north of the Mason-Dixon. So, of course,
Texas is
like,
colder than Alaska.
You know, like, there are millions of conservatives out there that watched Tucker Carlson last night and did not fucking ask themselves, like, are there wind turbines in areas where there is freezing temperature? And you don't even need to go, you don't even need to fucking go further. Like, you know, go beyond Oklahoma and you just go to the fucking Midwest. I did my own research. Iowa is not a real state. I've come to the conclusion that, you know, wind turbines in Canada, not a real state, not a real, yeah. What is Canada, a state? I've never heard of it. No wind turbines there, brother. Well, for those of you who are wondering, Let me just dispel this rumor or notion that wind turbines do not exist in cold temperatures or something because they freeze. They're prone to freezing. No, they have. You can absolutely have a wind turbine, and there is actually a facility, a New Zealand facility in Antarctica that is solely fucking powered by wind turbines. This is the facility. This is the said facility I'm referencing. You know, the coldest place on the planet, minus 144 degrees, being reported in this area. So, you know, it's not just the ice. Now, the funniest counter to this is from a guy who deleted their tweet before I could fucking blast them. Some dude literally responded to this tweet with, well, actually, no one said wind turbines can't exist in snow. They just don't work in the ice. Under my tweet about wind turbines in Antarctica, someone literally had the audacity to say, well, actually, that's just snowy climate, not ice. I did my own. No, he literally, he hit me with a, if you actually did your own research, you would know it's technically a desert. I know it's technically a desert, jackass, but it's not fucking desert climate in the end. It's still, it's a frozen tundra, okay? The point that we're talking about is below freezing temperature, can you fucking have sustainable renewable energy in the form of wind turbines? Okay?
Almost a year of madness, King.
I did my own research. Yeah, it's only desert because it's not fucking humid, which is precisely why wind turbines work very well in Antarctica, apparently. Also, my argument was basically that the argument I'm trying to establish here is that it's not fucking freezing temperature that is the problem. It's the exact same issues that you might have with your energy production in other areas, like in the fossil fuel industry, that is actually the problem. Because as we all already fucking know, wind turbines exist in the fucking Alps. They exist in some of the coldest areas, some of the most frozen fucking areas on the planet. They exist in areas where there is water and more humidity. It doesn't have to be a desert climate, or it doesn't have to be a desert technically with a frozen tundra. Like, the Antarctica argument does not matter. I'm just trying to show you that, like, no, it fucking works. Like, it literally works in areas where it is a sub-zero temperature year-round. The problem is, the ones in Texas, just like all other parts of Texas infrastructure, was simply not ready for this kind of climate. That's it. Do you live in Texas? No, I do not live in Texas. Do you not stream? Do you not see me streaming right now with electricity?
3 months.
Clearly, I am not in the great state of Texas, as you can see. The Pursuit of Programming? Yes, it was that dude. Yeah, he made incredible. He had Pursuit of Programming. Wait, holy shit, you guys are fucking freaks. You know that? How do you remember that?
Everybody who lives in Texas.
2 months.
So it's just me now. XQC, Poke, and Miz all ate shit. They all ate the fucking... Hey! How's my 10% extra fucking taxes now, bitches?
Yeah, except Lud, what you fail to recognize here, my friend, first of all, Ludwig making a joke about, like, evading taxes. Double omega lol. But secondly, motherfucker, don't talk shit. We're gonna get fucking outages in the summer. Like, you already know this. Like, we should not be gloating right now. That's all I'm saying. You gotta be real careful, okay? Because speaking of fucking infrastructure, like
Hello,
California
Captain Mr.
infrastructure
Pecorino.
falls
I am
apart
the
when it
ghost of the
rains,
unseen
okay?
body
At least
from
Texas
who
knows
has
how to
died of
fucking
starvation
handle
and
rain.
malnourishment.
You know?
Understand?
Like,
Pogo ate
we don't know how to
months
handle
of rice.
rain. Our shit falls apart in the rain, and our shit falls apart when it gets too fucking hot.
2 months, but I've been watching for years.
Ooh, LA's so expensive. Texas, great internet.
Also, we have Spectrum, dog. Again, it's so dog shit living in Los Angeles. Seriously. I still love it, but it's so
Chat,
fucking
remember
dog
that
shit.
there
So
are
cheap to
poor people
live.
suffering in
Ooh,
Texas.
no
Not
state
everyone
taxes.
in
Eat
Texas
shit,
is a wealthy
pussies.
oil baron.
Who's the last king remaining on the hill? That's right. It's your boy Ludwig. Back at it again with the
Are you
fucking
doing some
internets.
crime over here today? Steve Ain love, Steve Ain
Everybody
love,
who
Steve
lives-
Ain love.
Harvey, we can't handle rain either in Texas. Dog, you're comparing a hurricane. Texas infrastructure is built on a lot of wetland too, and we see that with hurricanes that occur. Like, Texas is just all kinds of fucked up. Don't get me wrong, but comparing it to like a light drizzle in Los Angeles that breaks everything is not the same. Even though, yes, Texas is built on wetlands, and it is fucking absolute dog shit. And that's why hurricanes are devastating in the state of Texas.
Hassle.
I guess the point is, outside of like Japan, most countries just simply do not know how to handle. Most Western countries have a hard. Okay, America has a hard time no matter where you go with with the natural disasters and everything else. I was gonna say like other countries have a hard time, but like no, they don't have the same problems that we do. Like it's just nowhere near as bad. No, the United States, as always, is incredibly embarrassing. Okay, incredibly fucking embarrassing. As always, once again, we are the #1 in being the most fucking embarrassing country on the planet that have nearly an endless amount of fucking resources to be able to deal with these problems that other countries seemingly do well with.
I love this community. Thanks for being awesome.
This version of people sick of... This is the version of people sick of the pompous takes of the conservative shit on Democratic states every chance they get on, people making fun of them, having some fun reaping.
Yo, gang love the stream. Politic Frog 2 has buff.
It's weird that a country that deliberately fucks over their social safety nets wouldn't handle disasters really well. Curious? I know. It's crazy. It's absolute madness.
Asshole.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought that a country in a state of disrepair would have such a fucking hard time dealing with, freezing temperatures and things like that?
Pog.
Now, what's happening here, and for those of you saying like, wait, what is this? Glory to the cock? Oh, I was like, what the fuck? All right, let's just watch what the fuck's going on in Texas. Okay, here it is, boys. Here.
Tornado ripping through the North Carolina coastline.
Unfortunately, we had 10 injuries that we could report this time, and we had 3 confirmed fatalities.
The powerful cyclone tearing down homes into piles of debris, ripping trees from the root, and slamming them into nearby structures and vehicles.
Multiple houses gone, nothing but foundations. I need help.
Knocked out power lines lay along the wreckage as widespread outages roll through the entire region. All this while first responders look ahead to hours-long search and rescue efforts.
I expect to go into the afternoon tomorrow. Hopefully, as we get through this, we'll recover and we'll support the community and get back.
This as a brutal cold snap wreaks havoc nationwide. The Arctic blast tearing its way south for Morgan, where a Safeway roof collapsed.
I'm sorry, I don't believe it. I'm sorry. It's called snow. You better not be taking a fucking day off. Just because I don't believe that we don't have electricity. It's a mindset. Fuck you. Must be Antifa. I will be going outside and I will not be wearing any sort of Gore-Tex, any sort of polar, any sort of protection from the cold. Y'all are a bunch of liberal babies. Talking about wind this, talking about ice winds and ice storms that. I don't believe it.
Collapsed under piles of snow. To Texas, where millions are stuck without power, facing record lows. Rolling blackouts issued to save the state's power grid from crashing.
There's a huge demand, a very limited supply. It is a system-wide failure across the state. These are power outages at a huge, unprecedented scale.
Impossible driving conditions causing hundreds of accidents. The governor deploying the National Guard and more than 3,000 state troopers. Flights grounded in Dallas and Austin. Crews rushing to remove snow and ice.
We're just not prepared for it.
My man said, why is this sign language guy not wearing a mask? Bro, do you not understand how sign language works? Like, do you want him to not do his job? Like, they literally have to mouth words, bro. How do you think this works?
City's not set up for this kind of weather. It's not typical here.
Officials in Kentucky urging drivers to stay home.
We did not make it
if Texas is
through almost a year of a pandemic to lose people to a snow or an ice storm.
What do you mean, pandemic, Andy Bashar?
The winter blast.
It's fake. The pandemic is fake.
Blast turning deadly in Louisiana after a 50-year-old man slipped on ice. And thundersnow caused this.
Yo, this was crazy. I was watching this, dude. I can't believe that Goku's back. That's a Kamehameha, for those of you who don't know.
Scene after blowing a transformer. In Georgia, new video shows the aftermath from a rare February tornado, now tied to this massive system.
This is incredible!
But
brother, you tell me 5G coronavirus waves aren't real, and then you show me this.
On ice. And
I can see the 5G coursing through the veins of the infrastructure.
Thundersnow caused this scene after blowing a...
What now, checkmate liberals? It's them Chinese 5G waves coursing through our American infrastructure, ruining it as it goes along.
Transformer. In Georgia, new video shows the aftermath from a rare February tornado, now tied to this massive system.
This is incredible!
But the cold snap's not a negative for everyone.
So what's up? Everybody who's like, I'd rather be in the extreme cold than extreme heat. What's up, everybody? How y'all feeling about that now? I hate the cold, so I'm asking, like, oh, I'll just put on extra blankets. It's like,
your hair is very Italian today.
I'd be fine if my power wasn't out.
Some folks are still out and about, trying to make the most of this wintry weather.
Never get to experience this. I mean, I've never seen this much snow in my lifetime, so I want to try to soak it up as much as I can.
And this morning in Dallas, we are sitting at a single 1 degree. It could get even colder before the sun comes up, and this weather system is not over just yet. More snow is anticipated tonight, with millions of people crossing their fingers and hoping that power comes back on.
Yeah,
back to you.
Morgan, thank you so much. I mean, you can't imagine people in their homes right now without power, freezing temperatures outside.
Yeah, and then some of them told boil water, but you can't.
Right.
So it's really dark times, literally, for our folks down south. Mr. Roker's working from home. He's got his eye on everything, though. What do you got, Al?
Yeah, in fact, guys, just 15 minutes ago, Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, -1. That ties with the third coldest temperature ever for that area, for Dallas. Right now, winter weather alerts for 34 states, literally coast to coast. We're talking 95 million people
-1,
impacted.
-1,
This
-1.
one system is now making its way off the coast with a mix of freezing rain, snow up into northern New England. Here's our second system, and this is going to be another big problem. Wednesday, the low will develop in the western Gulf, a morning mix of snow, sleet, and rain for Texas and Oklahoma, where they do not need it. And then as we move through Wednesday night into Thursday morning, that all starts to mix into the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic as a second.
Yo, to the people who think are Texans going to take climate change seriously, no, dude. No, they're not. Okay? Just wake up, guys. Wake the fuck up. No, they're not. As a matter of fact, I'm sure many of you in Texas have probably had this fucking conversation already. They've literally moved on from climate change is real to climate change is definitely fake. Global warming, more like it's cooling right now. I mean, I wish I could get some global warming, that sort of thing. And then also on top of that, they're like dunking on the Green New fucking Deal for some reason. Like, they're literally... They've moved on from like, oh, I wonder why this is happening. Like, I wonder why extreme weather conditions are so commonplace now to a degree that it knocks out our devastatingly shitty infrastructure. No, they have moved on from that. They've moved on from like reflection. They've moved on from trying to, you know, manage the situation to straight up, oh, it must be AOC's fault, brother. It's the Green New Deal. It's the wind turbines. They're turning us gay.
Houston here had power down for 20 hours in 20-degree weather. I'm gonna barbecue Ted Cruz in Minecraft.
When you think conservatives can't handle the situation in a really stupid way,
Texas power grid was built to
remember they will fucking outdo your expectations. This is how bad it is in Texas. Friends, a 96-year-old grandmother lost power at 8 p.m. last night. My mom doesn't have hot water, but does have hot water? What? Have a few friends who haven't had power for 36 hours. My mom's husband's father, who's in his 90s, lost power last night around 8 p.m. and slept in front of his fireplace in his living room. Friends saw rates for a megawatt of power reaching $8,700 when normally it's $40 for purchases for March. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a lot of like Texas is turning into fucking Mad Max land with their
monkeys.
Texas is turning into fucking Mad Max land with their power. There's gonna be some fucking straight price gouging.
Hasan, please check my yesterday donos.
All the rich white neighborhoods have power. Okay, first of all, of course they're gonna shut off the poor neighborhoods first. That's why I was saying like they always fuck over the poor people first. But even the rich white neighborhoods are fucking losing power. I mean, look at Soda Poppin' and XQC and the fucking neighborhoods they live in. I don't think they live in a fucking poor neighborhood. They live in a rich neighborhood, right? So clearly they're like, they're even shutting off like upper middle class and even rich neighborhoods and their power as well. If there's any point that is not, if there's any part of the state that's not losing power, it's probably going to be, it's probably going to be the city. Like the cities are not going to lose power. And I don't know if it's because of the generators. I don't know if it's because of the generators that those buildings have already, or if it's literally because trains clip on this. What is this? Let's watch.
This is fucking embarrassing. A snowstorm has completely destroyed and wiped Austin, Texas from the goddamn fucking map. Nothing's open, no food. Can't even buy fucking water without having fucking cash on you. Who the fuck has cash in 2021? What is this, fucking Monopoly?
Right.
No electricity, no heat, no hot showers, no hot water.
Fucking trash.
When the electricity does come on, I have the fucking oven on. Hands in the oven. Camping style. Boys, I'm gonna keep it $1.50. I need Twitch Primes ASAP. Okay? I'm not gonna stream. My sub count's gotta be tanking. Guys, please, I'm dying out here.
Oh my god, dude.
Please just go Twitch Prime. Gift 100 subs. Thank you.
I wonder if they turn around and do it. Extreme heat isn't easy at all. I've been in 5-day power outage with 35 to 40 degree temperatures. There are huge problems with it as well, especially the food containment. Yeah, no, I know.
Hassle.
And what? Fucking communism is the answer? Stop pushing your political view on people who are suffering, bro. Unsubbed. You fucking idiot.
How can global warming exist when Texas is frozen? What a fucking lair, dude.
Oh, that's pretty funny. I can't tell if this person is being serious or not. I can't tell if that's like serious or if that's fake or not. Like, it's so good. Fucking communism is the answer? Yeah, that's what I said. Texas needs communism immediately.
Hassle.
Fucking unsub, bro.